all right, for I would say the new vision and new mission of UBX after our rebranding is to be the global top 5 digital asset exchange. All right. So now, today I'm going to clear some of the questions or doubts that some of the comments that we saw yesterday. All right. On our podcast episode 1. First of all, I believe, all right, you guys will be probably wanting to know what is EUSDT that has been shown in some of our old members' account. And of course, what is this equity token? And of course, for the benefits of community builders, leaders, all right, what is this so-called referral rewards quota? So today, these are the topics that we will be talking about. Now, I need to make my disclaimer. All right. I'm with the UBX platform as our UBX Academy. So our role is to share with you information, insights of what the platform's progress and future directions is all about. Okay. I can't make any decision for the platform, but rather also I could actually help you guys to decipher or even to explain what is all the new updates or new upcoming rules and regulations, etc. of the platform. All right. So first of all, today we would like to talk about our this EUSDT, right? So for members and users who have all right, EUSDT, you might be wondering, how do we actually get this EUSDT? So first of all, there's actually a few rules, all right, that how our platform going through this rebranding UBX right now, all right, provides users with either EUSDT or equity token. So number one, let's take a look at the rules, all right? So let me break down the rules for you. Number one, all right, the total deposit that you have into the UBX platform minus the total withdrawal out from the UBX platform. All right, no matter you transfer it to your Trust wallet, any other exchanges, or you transfer to any of your cold wallet out of the platform itself. All right, this is the number one rule that the platform will use to calculate your total capital balance in the platform. All right. So first of all, as an investor, all right, we all know that when we do any form of investment, it's not about how much we can earn, but rather also how we can actually protect our funds or even capital. So number one, all right, to make sure that all the supporters and believers, all right, of UBX platform and the management team, all right, during this rebranding, basically as long as your total deposit is more than your total withdrawal out of the platform, the remaining amount will be given to you in the form of EUSDT. All right. So the rule number two, how the platform decides, okay, on the amount, all right, will be based on your profit itself. Okay, now, so after minusing your total deposit, for example, all right, if you have a total deposit of, let's say, 10,000 USDT worth of assets, all right, why do I say USDT worth of asset? You can directly so-called deposit USDT, or some of you guys maybe deposited ETH or any other tokens, right? This will be the form of total value based on USDT. All right. So let's say you deposited a total value of 10,000 USDT worth of assets. All right. And you did a total withdrawal of 5,000 USDT worth of asset out of the platform. The remaining 5,000 USDT worth of assets that is in your account, all right, with the platform itself, will be calculated and given to you or represented to you as equity tokens. Right, this is rule number two. All right. Now, if you have any negative amount, which means, for example, your total deposit is $10,000 or 10,000 USDT worth of asset, And if you have made a total withdrawal of, let's say, 20,000 USDT worth of assets, it means that you have actually made a profit together with UBX platform. Now, in this instance, all right, you will not be receiving any EUSDT as your capital because you already made a capital gain, all right? But in return, any other remaining amount that is sitting in your wallet, in your account, that will be represented as an equity token, all right? So this is the rule number 2. All right. And let's move on to rule number 3, which I believe the minority would have this rule number 3. All right. So there is a announcement, all right, official announcement made in the previous platform, that during the 24th of November, they came out with the official announcement stating that platform went through certain black swan event. All right, so whatever happens is in the past, it already happened, but of course, what we want to know is what the company or what the platform has done. All right, so for members or users who have deposited funds into their account after 24th of November, same thing, prior to the first rule, right? Whatever you deposited after the 24th of November, if your total deposit, it will contribute to your total deposit. And same rules apply. If your total deposit, including the fund, which is deposited after the 24th of November, all right, is more than your total withdrawal, you will still receive it in your total capital. But if it's less, all right, means you will not receive any EUSDT at all. But specifically for funds that's been deposited after 24th of November, if you just leave it in your spot wallet, you did not do any internal transfer to the futures contract, futures wallet, or even to any earning wallet, which is the wealth management, like staking. If you did not transfer any of your funds, all right, you just remain it in the spot wallet, these funds, all right, would be converted to the new uh Firefox AI wealth management product, all right, which is 180 days stake mining contract, which will give you a daily yield of 0.7%. All right. Now, if you have transferred your funds, all right, to another wallet, which is like the futures or the earn wallets, all right. Now, this will depends on the first rule. If it's a positive amount in your total deposit, then you will be converted into USDT. But if it's a negative amount, meaning your total withdrawal is more than your total deposit, then your asset will be converted and represented as equity tokens. All right. So this is the current rules for us to understand how the platform actually enables us, all right, to have a triple win situation from the new management team and the new investor, which was announced on the 9th of January this month, all right, in our Ho Chi Minh launching event, all right, where we witnessed the signing of the MOU with our new investors, all right, and of course, at the same time, this what's that called? Sorry. So then it has been represented that, all right. So let's move on. Let's move on to our examples that I'm going to share with you certain rules. Okay, first of all, there might be some situation. Now today I'm going to explain in simple terms to you guys about the rules and regulations and how it works. All right. So I believe everybody will have different situation. They make different amounts and they probably make like some profits and then they transfer to this wallet, that wallet, and stuff like that. Yes, I understand. All right, everyone's concern. All right. So today, I'm just going to give you a general guideline of certain situations, and you have to see how the rules apply to your own individual situation. All right. So, for example, right now, we're going to talk about the first one is if I would have already made some partial withdrawal. what is going to happen. Now, for example, total, I make a total deposit of 10,000 USDT worth of assets. All right. And I actually went into my staking mode. All right. I went to stake 10,000, and probably it has generated, depends on when you started staking, it has generated certain profits for you. All right. So in this instance, example, $10,000 USDT deposit, and I have made a total withdrawal, all right, out of my account, all right, 3,000 USDT, right? So my total deposit is 10,000, and my total withdrawal out of the platform is 3,000 USDT. Now, in this instance, all right, our capital, all right, balance in the platform, it will be 7,000 USDT. All right. So in this instance, during the restructuring and rebranding, all right, you will be receiving 7,000 EUSDT. All right. So number one, how do we get our EUSDT? Now, all EUSDT amount has been automatically contracted into the stake mining of our new platform token, which is UBX, right? So you will be receiving 7,000 USDT divided by 0.2% per day, all right? That would be the amount of USDT you can withdraw every single day, all right, in the form of UBX token. Now, for example, so right now, since I'm using 7,000 as a figure, so 7,000 times 0.2% is equivalent to 14 USDT per day. All right. So 14 USDT per day times the amount or the value of UBX token. So for example, all right, if today's value for UBX is at 0.5. Sorry. So for example, if today my UBX token price, all right, is at, let's say, 10 cents, all right, so I will receive, okay, 14 divided by 10 cents. That will be equivalent to 14 UBX token. Now, this UBX token that you converted from EUSDT, you have a few choices. First of all, you can immediately sell it off, all right, convert it into USDT, all right, in the exchange, all right, or you can actually accumulate it and keep it in your wallet, just like any spot trading. If you believe that UBX is going to increase in value, which it already did, all right, you can actually accumulate it and sell it in the future for a higher price, which means that you can either regain your capital, meaning converting your EUSDT into your capital much faster, or instead, you could even take it as you are actually making additional profit together with the increase in price with UBX in time to come. Now, so for example, just now I gave UBX value at 10 cents. All right. But today's price, if you guys take a look at it, is actually at 54 cents already. All right. So if today I'm going to receive my UBX, all right, so same amount will be released to me every day, which is 14 EUSDT worth of amount that I can convert to UBX. But if it's based on today's price, all right, that will be 14 divided by 53 cents. That equates to 26.4 UBX tokens. For this part, you guys understand, that's how we convert our EUSDT into UBX token. But the decision is all based on yourself, whether you want to just sell it every day based on the price you got it and based on the market price today to convert it into USDT assets, or you want to accumulate and wait for it to go to a much higher price, then you sell. All right. So I believe from the day one, when we started converting EUSDT, if I'm not wrong, all right, the price of UBX was only at about 30 cents. All right. So if last week, all right, if you have started accumulating UBX, the UBX value since day one compared to today would definitely have fetched you additional percentage. All right. So of course, some of us, or if you use simple mathematics without changing the value of UBX, if you just collect it, convert it, and sell every day, yes, you are right to say that, okay, 100% divided by 0.2% equals to 500 days. You are not wrong to calculate it in this way. But if you do accumulate, all right, at those UBX at the lower price, and you only sell it or trade it for USDT at a higher price, you don't really need 500 days. So this is very important. All right. But like I say, this decision is all yours to make. Now back to this situation right now. So partial withdrawal is being made. In this instance, you have EUSDT. And I already explained how EUSDT is being converted to UBX mining and conversion to USDT. Now, what if you have a total deposit of 10,000 USDT? Same example, you have made a total withdrawal of 3,000 USDT. All right. But maybe 3,000 USDT is just a small amount of what you have made with the platform. For example, your staking profits, your referral profits. Maybe you have a total profit of 5,000 USDT, supposedly, but you only withdraw a 3,000 USDT. So there's a balance profit of so-called 2,000 USDT that is supposed to be remaining inside, right? Why? Because your total asset is actually 15,000. Remember, 10,000 is your total deposit, all right? And this 10,000, you generated a total profit of 5,000, but you only withdraw 3,000. So 7,000 is already in EUSDT. So the remaining 2,000 profits would be in the means of equity token. All right. So what is this equity token all about? Some of us has been quite concerned about this. Now, if you guys follow UBX planning and potential growth, or I would say the future plannings of UBX itself, you guys also know that this platform UBX is aiming to combine stocks and crypto digital currencies together. All right. So this equity token would be a representation, or I would say a thank you or appreciation, all right, for your belief and for your participation in building UBX platform. So in simple words to say, in time to come, when UBX is going to list a stock token, or I will say a stock for UBX itself, all right, whoever who owns this equity token would have the opportunity to receive free, all right, stocks or shares of UBX. All right. But of course, all right, what is the conversion rate? It will all be depending on the shares, all right, amount, which will be later announced, all right, in details by the platform. So some people would ask, previously they have heard about something called GCGL, all right? Now, one of the reasons why the platform did not consider continuing with GCGL is because it's actually listed in the Canada stock market, which the company feels that there is a lower potential compared to global market. So instead of continuing collaboration with GCGL, with the new investors that came in, they are actually looking at, all right, a listed company with NASDAQ, all right, which is listed in the US, all right, stocks market, which can fetch a higher potential worldwide, all right. So this is in the midst of discussion and confirmation, all right. This would be the platform's development in phase 4, all right, which they are projecting it to be completed somewhere in the third quarter to fourth quarter of this year. All right. So right now, yes, you may think that equity token doesn't equals to money. Yes, this is a short-term issue. I totally understand. But look at it this way. If you put it as a long-term investment, all right, in return, you will be able to receive or convert it based on stocks and shares in the future. All right. So I understand how you guys feel, but don't worry, companies have planned. They will not, all right, let any supporters or loyal supporters down. All right. So the company is doing their best. But of course, at the same time, in order for the platform to progress well and fast, all right, you also need all the consensus and all the support with our current and of course new upcoming members also. All right. So in order for the company to progress fast enough, all right, they will need the support from us also to make sure that the company can complete whatever they have planned for so that we will all be the final winner when all the things have actually come true. All right. So this is the situation example for those who have already made some partial withdrawal. Let's move on to the next situation. Okay, so what if you did not make any withdrawal? All right, so for example, same thing, you actually deposited a 10,000 USDT asset into the platform and you did not withdraw any amount out of UBX. All right, and in the process, you have already made a profit of, like, say, 5,000 USDT. Now, your total EUSDT that you'll be receiving, it will be based on your deposit amount, which is rule number 1, remember? All right, that means that you will have a total of 10,000 EUSDT, which will be released to you every single day based on 0.2%, which you can convert it to UBX. All right, so I'm not going to repeat it again. Whether you want to sell your UBX daily or you want to accumulate and sell it at a higher price, is entirely up to you. So what happens to the 5,000 USDT assets that you have profited from the platform? Platform is going to convert it to 5,000 worth of equity token, all right, which is a form of saying thank you for your support, all right. You will be receiving our future shares. All right, that will be the future. All right, don't worry, be patient. Give the platform some time. Don't worry about it. Okay. So this is for the situation that you have not made any withdrawal at all. Okay. So some of you may even ask, yeah, maybe I deposited, for example, 10,000 USDT, but I only use 5,000 to stake. And the other 5,000, I put it in my spot account for spot trading, for example. All right. And although I have made certain profits, but I did not withdraw out of the platform, right, which is the same situation as what we are discussing right now. So what will happen is the same situation. Rule number 1, total deposit first minus your total withdrawal. So in this instance, you did not make any withdrawal yet. All right. So your remaining amount, okay, which is your profit from either staking or from community referral or from your spot trading, it will be seen as profit, which totals up to that 5,000 USDT, which is converted to liquidity token. All right. So let's move on to the next example. Wait, wait. Sorry, too fast. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about profited account. I believe some of you guys have already made profits with the platform. For example, I've deposited 10,000 USDT, same thing. All right. But because of my efforts, because of my time, maybe I started earlier on, I total made 50,000 USDT from the platform. All right. So my total deposit is 10,000, but I've made a total withdrawal of, let's say, 50,000 USDT. All right. So your deposit is less than your withdrawal, which means that you have already made profits with the platform. In this instance, you will not be receiving any EUSDT. All right. So now if you have withdrawn every single dollar every single day, meaning that you do not have any remaining balance or profits left in the platform, obviously your account would not reflect any EUSDT and also equity token because you already have made that instant cash on the spot. But if you deposited 10,000, you have made a total profit of 50,000 and you make a total withdrawal of 20,000, all right? So it means that you have actually made, all right, to the platform is you already made your capital an additional 10,000. So your remaining amount would then be converted to equity token, okay? So this is how each rule number one and rule number two actually assist with each other. All right. So now for those amount, or I would say funds being deposited after November 24, okay, same rule applies. Okay. Now, for example, I've made a total deposit of 10,000 before 24th, and I've made a total withdrawal of 30,000. All right. So my difference is 20,000. And on after the 24th, all right, if I make another fresh deposit into the platform, another 20,000, all right, it will balance off my total deposit and total withdrawals. In this instance, it will still be on rule number one. All right. But if I have made, let's say, a total deposit of 10,000 initially, I didn't make any withdrawal, and I make a new fresh investment of 10,000 USDT after November 24th. All right. So if I split 10,000 for 5,000, I put it into, let's say, my futures or my earnings. Okay, my earning so-called wallet. Whether you stake or you didn't stake, as long as you transfer out of your spot wallet, okay, that 5,000 will be considered as your EUSDT, which is your capital. All right. Those amount, which is the 5,000 that is remaining inside your spot account, okay, that you didn't transfer to any other wallets, it will be automatically staked for 180 days, fetching you a 0.7% interest daily in UBX. All right, so that's the difference. So no matter whether you make your deposit before or after the 24th of November, first rule always apply. All right, first rule always apply. All right, now don't ask me or don't tell me the company should do this, company should do that, and everything. I understand all your concern. I totally understand your concern because I was the investors before. All right. In investments, I've made money, I've lost money. I probably guess I lost more money than I made, all right, in the past. But I totally understand how you guys feel. But what we are trying to say over here, and I myself, I feel, is that we are in for a bigger, more potential platform, or I would say a level, a springboard. All right. We are upgrading ourselves and positioning ourselves into a bigger market, all right, a better position, all right. So certain changes has to be made. I understand that these changes might be uncomfortable for some of us initially, all right, but as a saying goes, all right, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this before, but I always believe, I've learned this from my mentor in the past before, one of my teacher, is that whatever situation happens, all right, has already happens, all right, and it is not so important compared to the decision or the action you make, all right, when the situation happens. Now, you guys can we can be negative, we can be grumbling, we can be thinking that it's unfair, etc., with all the negative emotions, all right, stating that company shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that, it should be like this, it should be like this. Yes, there is a lot. But after in-depth considerations, calculations, all right, the platform has actually made a triple win situation, all right, a win for the new investors, all right, of the platform, a win for the platform to continue positioning themselves and achieving the vision and the mission that they have, and at the same time to have a win situation for the existing users to make sure that they are still able to, all right, get back their capital, or even having the opportunity, all right, to make additional profits with the increase in value of UBX token. But all this happens with a very important essence, which is time. All right, things do not happen overnight. Things needs to be built up, be it a good thing or be it a bad thing. All right. So this instance, in order for the UBX platform to be the top 5 global digital exchange, it need time. All right, it's not by today. I come out, we are gonna be the top 5, and we are the top 5 tomorrow. It's not like that. All right. Binance, all right, Mr. CZ, when they first started Binance.com as an exchange, all right, he also came out, mentioned he's going to be the top, number one digital asset exchange. At that point of time, there is many critics. Why? Because for a young chap like him, who has no experience in any cryptocurrency or even building any exchange, this is not possible, But through time, all right, through hard work and patience and continuously building towards their vision, Binance.com did it. I proved to a lot of people that 7 years later, after building their exchange, they became one of the top exchange in the whole world right now. Now, if you believe in UBX, all right, continue to help it to build towards its goal to be the top 5. All right, get involved with the current, all right, up to date staking programs, or even a community referral programs, any programs, any tools, any rewards or activities that UBX platform is producing or giving out right now. Grab the chance, get involved, all right, and earn the current new profits. All right. Now, if you don't believe, it's okay. All right, no matter what, as long as you did not make any profit at all in 2024, your capital will be returned to you in the form of EUSDT, or in fact has been returned to you in the form of EUSDT. All right, so just take it as a piggy bank daily. You can just take 0.2%. Why not? All right, so this is the rules that has been set at this point of time. All right, so let's move on and look forward to a better and bigger future with UBX, all right, in time to come, all right? Because at the end of the day, we are progressing, all right? We are progressing, okay? And definitely, I saw a very good question. Right now, yes, it's actually a range of 0.2% to 0.5%. But a lot of people has been asking, how do I increase it to 0.5%? I want more, I want faster. Yes, that will depends on your current new effort. All right. From what I know, all right, based on the current community referral programs, if your total staking volume, all right, in the referral program hits certain amount, you will be able to increase your 0.2% to 0.5%. All right. For example, what I heard is if you have a total staking volume of a total staking volume of 20 million, all right, your personal so-called EUSDT staking release can go up to 0.5% per day. All right. So is what I heard. The exact amount, of course, we have to verify, all right, from the platform. Okay. So this is just to answer your question, which is asked by let me see, asked by who? Yeah, asked by Raj, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Okay. So right now, I've explained how you can get USDT and how you are getting liquidity token. All right. And what is it being used for? And why you are getting this. All right. What we can do right now is in the new year, 2025, let's move on and how we can earn future money coming up. All right. So if you have any other situation, for example, let me just share with you guys some of the situation you might have. Your total deposit is 10,000, all right? You make a total profit of 30,000, but you didn't withdraw at all right? You put it in your wallet, you convert it into spot trading, you convert it into futures trading, all right? So what happens is that, all right, your EUSDT will be still 10,000. Your equity total will be 30,000. But if your total deposit is 10,000, you withdraw already 10,000. Your EUSDT is zero. All right. Whatever remaining asset you have in your wallet, that will be in equity token. So another example, which is someone yesterday did mention about this. They deposited 30,000 funds into the platform, but end up this 30,000 is in the form of equity token. Now there is a few issue. I'm not too sure if you are online today. There's a few situation. First of all, you have to check rule number one, your total deposit to that account and your total withdrawal. If your withdrawal is more than your total deposit, inclusive of that 30,000, sorry to say, your withdrawal is still more than your total deposit. Means that you already profited from the platform. All right. So you will not receive any EUSDT. All right. It's based on per account. Okay. So whatever you deposit in, for example, you initially deposit 10,000, but you make a total withdrawal of 50,000, and then certain days you deposited another 30,000 in, you still make a negative of 10,000, means you still make a profit from the platform of 10,000. That's why you are given as a token of appreciation the 30,000, which is the current asset that is sitting in your wallet, in your account, as equity token. All right. So let me give you an example. Just imagine if in time to come, when the equity token, let's say $1, one equity token equals to $1 shares, you would have 30,000 shares. All right. So this is the future big bonus that we are looking at in time to come. All right. So how to make sure that your 30,000 is, supposed to be USDT or equity token? Like I say, check your first rule, your total withdrawal and your total deposit. All right, this will be the number one rule. Okay. This is very important. So if you yourself, all right, knows that you probably, for example, let me just be very open and straightforward. Maybe some of us deposited 100 into this account, and we start doing referral, and we start making thousands and thousands of, referral fees or commission from the referral program. So you already make so much. Why would the company still wants to give you back your capital? Because remember, EUSDT represents our users' asset, which is capital lost. All right. So don't worry. We are all getting back our capital. But the question is, if you want to be making more and faster, right? You can get involved, participate in our current staking or even our current community referral program, which there is actually some minor changes. All right, there's actually some lowering of requirements, and yet there's also additional requirements, criterias to ensure, right, for the long lasting so-called ecosystem of the entire platform. All right. So of course, today we are not going to share about the details of the entire so-called structure or the rules, but right now we are in preparation. We are in preparation. The UBX Academy. We are in preparation of a overview, a certain overview, a slide to be sharing on this podcast. So like I say, this podcast is actually it's gonna be different every single day. We have different we in time to come we have different trainers and even community leaders coming out to share certain insights, information, knowledge, or even certain podcasts will be on trainings or even overview, right? Or even opportunity sharing. All right. So we are going to have all these different types of sharing session every single day, daily. All right, for the next 180 days, non-stop. Every single day we will be sharing. All right. So stay tuned to our UBX podcast. Now, of course, some of us, some sharing in time to come. What is the potential of UBX? All right. Why do I say that it will increase? Very simple, because from day one, just take a look. All right. From day one, when I first saw the launching of UBX token in the exchange, it was at 30 cents. All right. And right now, UBX is trading at 54 cents per token. So like I say, since day one, if you collected your UBX at 30 cents, all right, you would already made an additional 10% increment. Correct? 30 cents selling at 54 cents, you already make you already made an almost 1x difference. All right. So if you continue to collect it right now at a lower price, I believe, all right, the UBX token will increase, all right, to even $1, even $2, even $10. But it's not just out of the air. All right. Remember, it's all depending on our effort. And why is this possible? Because of the burning mechanism, because of the usage of UBX. All right. So, what are the usage of UBX? Now, the value of a token, all right, will always depends on the utility of the token. So number one, all right, the UBX has a low limited supply of 200 million tokens in total. All right, 30% of the total supply will be used for exchange liquidity, marketing, and incentives. The remaining 70% of the supply, all right, will be based on the current stake mining. The more people stake, all right, the more and the faster it will mine the total supply. All right. So this is how the token is being supplied into the market, into circulation. All right. But how do we ensure the price can have a good value. All right. There is, first of all, number one, a burning mechanism. So this burning mechanism will lead to some of the questions about so-called this referral rewards quota. What is it all about? All right, because this is part of the burning mechanism of UBX token to ensure that the total supply will be reduced. All right, so first of all, there's two burning mechanism. Number one, which is a referral fee, all right, of 5%. All right, so right now there is no withdrawal fees while the platform is actually building. All right, the entire all right the entire platform right now is not collecting any withdrawal fee for any profits that we make. All right, while they are still upgrading their interface, all right, and of course their whole technical stability right now is still in the midst of upgrading. All right, so the platform decided not to uh start this withdrawal fee. So today, whenever you withdraw your profits from staking or even so-called your referral profits, there is no 5% yet. Okay. But in time to come, all right, there will be an official announcement. When everything is settled down, the transaction fee 5% will be start, and this transaction fee will be used to burn UBX token. This will help to reduce a total of up to 5% of the total supply. All right. Now, next, there will be a total 25% burnt, all right, based on the quota for referral rewards. Now, if you are a community builder, this only applies to community builders only. Now, if you are a VIP status for VIP 1 and above, all right, you will realize that you will require this quota when you actually make your claims for your referral profits, referral earnings. All right. And based on different VIP levels, you are given a different amount of multiplier. What does it mean? Now, for example, today, if my referral rewards it's at 100 USDT worth of UBX. My quota to be able to receive this 100 USDT worth of UBX must be sufficient. All right, must be sufficient. Meaning I must minimum have 100 USDT worth of UBX quota so that I can receive today's earning. So based on today's price, for example, maybe 100 USDT is equivalent to, like, say, 33 UBX. Right. So my quota must have at least 33 UBX so that I can collect today's reward. All right. But because of your different VIP level, all right, when you actually purchase this quota, all right, you will actually receive additional multiplier. Meaning, for example, if you are VIP 1, you have a limit multiplier of 3x. So if my requirement is 33 UBX token for today, all I need is just to top up 11 UBX because 33 UBX token divided by 3x is equivalent to 11 UBX token. So long I top up 11 UBX token, I will be able to receive today's referral rewards earnings. All right. Now, if you are V4, you are getting 6x. You are V5, you are getting 7x. The calculation, it is the same. Okay. The good thing is, if your quota limit is insufficient to receive today's earning. All right. You have a countdown timer that tells you within how many hours before the calculation got reset for the day to actually top up, or I would say to increase your limit. So long you increase your limit before the countdown timer ends, you will be able to receive the referral rewards earnings for the day. If you didn't top up or increase your limit, your referral rewards earnings for that day will be forfeited, will be flushed off. All right. So this topping up or increasing of your limits, like just now I've mentioned, if I require 33 and I'm a V1, I need to top up my limit or increase my limit using 11 UBX. This 11 UBX that I use to increase my limit will be burned off, will be destroyed, or will be burned. All right. Thus, lowering, all right, the total supply of UBX. So this is the number one first mechanism, the burning mechanism, how it works. This is to lower the total supply of UBX while creating, all right, a need, all right, a demand for having UBX. All right. But of course, like I say, this only applies to community builders only. Okay. Number two, in our phase three, all right, the platform is going to, I would say, introduce, all right, another utility token. It could be our blockchain, all right. It could be our so-called launchpad tokens, okay. So tentatively for now, you guys actually see in the platform, in the exchange, you see something called the UBC. So some of us is asking, what is UBC? All right, so what is UBC? All right, it might be another utility token, all right, or it might be our blockchain token. Official announcement is not made yet. So we keep you guys in suspense for now. But just to know, in order for us to be able to receive UBC token, right, in the future, the staking process will be in UBX. Same like any other launchpad. When more projects, right, going to launch their tokens in UBX exchange, UBX holder will be able to access, all right, this launchpad participation as you see on the screen. So by holding UBX in time to come, all right, you may be able to lower your trading fees in the futures or even the spot trading, all right, by using UBX as a payment. This is one of the utility for UBX token. You will be able to unlock probably AI bots, trading tools, data, etc. using UBX, all right? And at the same time, of course, launchpad participation in UBX, all right? And more in time, more features in time to come, even like, for example, liquidity mining, all right? Loyalty programs, etc., etc. All right? This is the utility of UBX token. This will help to drive the price and the value of UBX token upstream. All right. So with the burning mechanism and the utility and the future planning, this is how UBX, the native token of UBX platform, be valuable in time to come. All right. So I'm not sure about yourself, but I've seen the growth in the price value. All right. If you bought UBX 2 days ago, it was 50 cents. Today, it was 54 cents, pushing to 55 cents. You see, this is growth. All right. So for the quotas, I've explained this is a very important mechanism all right, that assists in reducing the total supply of UBX token. And at the same time, this is to prevent, all right, more criterias, more meaning that it is to prevent, all right, people ripping off other people's effort. Some of the time, top leaders not doing anything much, and just parking their, position there, and they just keep reaping rewards, unlimited rewards, which is not fair for the others, or even not very healthy for the platform too. All right. So with all this mechanism in place, it will help to ensure that the platform will be a long-lasting, all right, and profitable, sustainable platform, so that everybody, right, will be able to follow and gain profits for the longest time together with UBX. Wow, they actually built, all right, to become the global top 5 digital assets. All right. So I believe I've almost come to the end of today's podcast session. All right. So if you guys have any question, which I believe throughout this whole entire podcast, some of us has been communicating with our hosts and even co-hosts. All right. So give me a moment. Let me check with my host if there's any interesting questions. Sorry, Dr. Uma. All right. Today we will not be opening up mics for any Q&A, because the reason being very simple, because I've already mentioned the rules and regulations of how things is gonna be and how it is right now. All right. If you face any technical issues, all right. For example, your calculations of EUSDT or equity token, it doesn't seem correct. All right, you can actually email. All right, two options for you. All right, if it's a technical glitch or technical issue, you can contact the online customer service, all right, to state and get your issue resolved. Or, all right, you could actually email to the official customer service email address and state your screenshots, your details, and everything, and give them some time to get back to you and resolve your issues for you. All right. So any other things that is which is mentioned today in the rule number 1, which is first rule, total deposit minus total withdrawals. All right. So you guys should already know the rules. I've explained everything in details to you guys. All right. Number 2, all right, then will be the total assets left in your account minus the EUSDT received. The remaining assets will be in equity token, which will represent free shares, all right, in the future. Somewhere we are looking at somewhere in third quarter, all right, to fourth quarter, all right. So basically, EUSDT receiving back your capital in 0.2% per day. Time, all right. Time is the most important factor right now. Okay, so with regards to operating, how do you receive? Okay, we will be sharing, all right, probably on how the operation of the application, for example, how to top up your assets, how do you actually convert your EUSDT to UBX, how do you actually receive, all right. We could actually do this training also in our podcast, probably maybe tomorrow. If you guys would like to learn, all right, we can do it tomorrow to share with you, or maybe the day after. All right. So we will discuss and let you guys know what is our podcast episode topic tomorrow, which will be sent out later on. All right. Now, with regards with downloading the app, in certain countries. All right. Let me share a little bit over here. Uh, I used to be a app developer myself. We do have certain rules and regulations with the two big app store, which is Apple and Google. Based on my experience as an app developer in the past, all right, Google Play Store is easy, it's fast. Usually within 3 to 5 days, the app will be listed in the App Store already. But of course, as an Android user, the convenient point is that you could just directly download the APK installation file from the official website of UBX, all right, and directly install it in your phone, all right, if you are the Android user. Now, if you are Apple user, sorry to say, Apple, not just application, but as a Apple itself, they have a lot of restrictions and a lot of so-called independence issue. All right. So as an app to be listed in App Store, just by submitting after submission alone, it usually take about 3 weeks to 4 weeks before it will appear on the App Store. All right. So, and Apple is more, I would say, it's not as accessible compared to Android. So there is no additional download that you can download and install directly onto your iPhone, iOS. So for Apple user, what I suggest is that you can use our web version, website, right? If you are an Apple user, please use your Safari, right? Safari browser and access the UBX website and use the web version for your operation. Okay. So today, thank you for your time once again. All right. Welcome to our UBX podcast, proudly brought to you by our UBX Global Academy. My name is Brian. All right. We are definitely in the midst of preparing more information as what you have seen on the slide. I believe most of your guys have not seen this slide before. I mean, yeah, the designs and everything. I'm working on it right now. So to give you guys a simple overview, how you guys can understand the potential of the platform, understanding how things work. All right, just by knowing the rule without example, I believe a lot of us is not very clear. But don't worry, in our upcoming podcast, I'll be giving you guys a lot of illustration, a lot of examples, all right, or even, all right, we have worked out some strategy based on certain calculations. All right. All this will be shared only during the podcast. All right. Whatever slides that we use here, we will not share. All right. So for our latest information on topics for our podcast episodes, please do join our UBX Academy Global Telegram channel. All right. We will be posting our podcast sessions, our even infographics or latest updates. All right. As a UBX Academy, we are set up, all right, to actually help. We do our best. We do our best to help everybody to simplify all the updates, all right, and simplify different technical issues, all right, to simplify certain learning experience for you guys. All right. And at the same time, we are also preparing, all right, somewhere in February, all right, or March, we are also UBX Academy, we are preparing to actually have a UBX Academy speakers and trainers training camp. All right. So stay tuned for more information in our Telegram group. All right. And let me just end off tonight. Thank you guys for your participation. All right. Thank you for your support for our UBX podcast episode 2. Once again, have a good night, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you are from. All right. So once again, I'm Brian here, and from the team of UBX Academy, we have our host for today, Mr. Darren, and of course, our host yesterday, Mr. Tini. All right. Once again, thank you guys for joining us and hope to see you guys every single day for the rest of our episode. Good night.